In this video, we're going to talk about 9 slicing in Unity. And 9 slicing is when we slice a sprite into 9 parts so that we can make it bigger or smaller without stretching it or distorting it. And you'll see this most often with UI sprites and 2D game sprites. So here's our problem, shown 2 different ways. The first is with a typical UI element that has rounded corners. As you can see, if you want to resize this UI element, very quickly it's going to end up looking stretched, especially in the corners. And this is going to apply to things that don't have rounded corners. So this is from Unity's sample UI pack. And you're going to see that if I want to take this and make it tall and skinny, very quickly it ends up looking bad. So how do we fix this problem? Unity's documentation contains a great page on 9 slicing sprites. And from the example that they show here, we can see that we're going to take the sprite editor and we're going to define where our splits are on our sprite, such that if I were to drag this vertically, D, E, and F would stretch, but G, H, I, and A, B, C would stay the same shape. Likewise, if I drag it to the right, then B, E, and H are going to stretch, while the left and the right parts do not. So hopping back over to Unity, I'm going to move to this sprite now, and as you can see, it stretches in a way that is not very pleasing to the eye. So what we're going to do is first we're going to go over to the sprite asset itself, and we're going to change the mesh type to full rect, which they generally recommend when you're going to be 9 slicing. We're going to apply that change. Next, we're going to go into the sprite editor. And in the sprite editor, we have a widget where we can define our 9 slicing by simply dragging our various corners into the center. And once we do so, in this image, we now have 9 different equal-sized quadrants defined. We go ahead and hit apply. And our sprite is now 9 sliced. Now you won't see this yet. If I go back over and I stretch, you'll see that this still has the same behavior. What we now need to do is we now need to change how we're applying that sprite. We've updated the metadata, now we need to do something with it. And we're going to do that in the sprite renderer. We're going to go to the draw mode, and we have 3 different options. We're going to start by hopping over to sliced here, and immediately you can see that our image looks a little bit different. As we start to move this around, you'll see that that behavior that we described is happening. The middle part is stretching vertically and horizontally, while the corners stay nice and neat. So if we hop back over to our 2 other elements real quick, go to our rounded rectangle, set it to full rect, hop over to the sprite editor, and define some edges. Now in this case, it actually doesn't matter exactly where we define it because the center part is all the same. So this is a perfectly valid 9 slicing, for instance. If I go ahead and I apply that, and again, we go back to the sprite renderer, and we change the type here to sliced, and we reset the scale back to 1, then if we attempt to drag this, you're going to see that it doesn't appear to be working. So what's different here? What's different here is that this is actually a much larger texture than our original grid. Our grid is 24 by 24 pixels. This rounded rectangle is defined as 256 by 256. And this value, pixels per unit, tells us basically how we translate this. So essentially what's happening is 9 slicing allows us to make an image bigger, but it doesn't allow us to make an image smaller past a certain amount. So you'll see that if I take an image down to the very bottom, we still get this extreme warping. So do keep that in mind. Now, if I wanted to for this particular image, I could either go back into my image editing program and I could make a version that's smaller. I could get rid of some of this internal space, or I can go to my rounded rectangle and I can set, say, 200 pixels per unit, which will make the border a little thinner, but will allow me to make this smaller while still maintaining those rounded corners. So just to see that one more time, we're going to go back to our sci-fi window. We're going to go through the same set of things, going to set the mesh type to full rect, go to the sprite editor, define our slicing. Now this is one that I downloaded from Unity and it's already been pre-sliced, so we have nothing to do there. So in this case, all we need to do is go to our draw mode and set it to sliced. We're going to set things back to an appropriate size, and remember, 9 slicing only helps us get bigger, it doesn't help us get smaller. So if we set it back to a scale of 1 by 1, then as we go larger, you can see that only the middle part is stretching, and you can really see here how nice of an effect that can create for UI elements. So the final thing before we move on, we're going to show you how to take something that doesn't look like it can be 9-sliced, and we're going to slice it, and we're going to see what cool things we can do. So if we take this fence, and again, we set it to full rect, we go to the Sprite Editor, we're going to define a slicing that only applies to the bottom part of our fence. So what we're going to do here is we're going to set our top part here, and we're going to set our bottom part here. And we could set slicing in the other direction, but it actually doesn't make sense in this case. So essentially we are 3-slicing this instead of 9-slicing it. I'm going to hit apply. If we then go back to our fence and we set it to sliced, then what that's going to allow us to do is, once we get our fence up to an appropriate size, is to move our fence up and down, and it's going to look good at different heights. So this allows me to have a lot of control in my game over elements that you might not think that you can slice. So we're going to turn off that fence, we're done with that, and we're going to take a look at another thing that we can do with 9-slicing. Instead of setting our draw mode to sliced, we're going to take a look at tiling. And this is the reason that I am using this funky looking sprite over here, because it's going to be very easy to see that tiling in effect. And all we have to do is change this to tiled, and you can immediately see what it's doing. It is retiling the center and retiling those edges depending on which direction you drag it out. So this is going to be less typically used for UI elements. There are some times when this will make sense, but this is going to be far more often used when you have different sprites for 2D games. And you'll see tiling of sprites in a lot of the retro style games, for instance. This example, also from Unity, where you can see that these sprites have also been 9-sliced, and they're using the tiling mode such that when you drag them, they tile appropriately versus stretching along any axis. So this can very quickly and easily allow you to create extensible, tileable, or stretchable sprite elements for UIs and for 2D games. And that is the power of 9-slicing.